Everybody, welcome back to Hustle Cat, the show where we date cats and I do terrible voices. Yay! I walked my dog, I ate a piece of chocolate, and now we're gonna play some Hustle Cat. I got lost, and I didn't end up painting anything, but it was a nice walk. Nobody attacked me because this town is deserted. As I head home, I get the distinct feeling that I'm being followed. I don't really know I don't really know that was a thing. Oh my gosh, I didn't really actually know that was a thing that happens. It's hard not to notice when you see some movement out of the corner of your eye. I turn around. A sleek black cat stands in the middle of the road. It sits down when we make eye contact. It thumps its tail testily against the pavement. It looks so pissy. It's got different colored eyes. Well, and glitching a little bit. I guess heterochromia really is common in cats, huh? Should I, try to bring it to the cafe? They take care of strays there, after all. I should try. I crouch down as slowly as I can and I reach my hand toward the cat, beckoning to it. It doesn't move. I make those little smoochy noises that seem to work on some cats. It doesn't seem terribly impressed. It pins its ears back and looks away, still for a moment before standing up and slinking into an alley. I guess I should just leave it to the professionals. Cat's like, fuck you. These things look like little penises. Anybody else notice that? Especially since they're, not straight, they're just drawn, so it looks like that one's got a little bit of a curve to it. Anyway, it's time to celebrate. I'm gonna wreck this pizza I grabbed from Pizzaloids on the way home. I picked up a can of wet cat food from Mochi at the corner store, too. I figured we both deserve a celebration. Whoa, glitching out. Whoa, hey. Okay, a little glitching out there. That was fun. Mochi, get your fat lump out here. I have good news. No answer or indication that he's in the same room. You know, he never even asks how my day was. I know how to do this. I walk over to his food bowl and crack the lid of the wet food. In a flash, he's at my feet, tail shaking like a motor behind him. Or snaking, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea. Come here, you big moron. I give him a little scratch behind the ears before I dump half the can into his bowl, and the feeding frenzy begins. He acts like I never feed him. That's how my cats act. If it gets past 8 o'clock, which, their feeding time is anywhere in the evening after 8 o'clock, and it gets to be 8 o'clock, and, all of a sudden, everyone is starving to death, and if I don't feed them immediately, they will just blow away in a light breeze. Whatever, I'm about to do the same to this pizza. After a quick jaunt to free myself from the shackles of non-pajama clothing, I flop down on the couch, dinner in hand, laptop in my face. Oh. It looks like there's a new jelly donut video, and as soon as my screen stops glitching, I'll tell you about it. It's really weird. Probably because of the recording system I'm using. It's a video of her sleeping in a donut box. I love that dumb internet cat. She's always doing something ridiculous. I wonder how her owner gets her to do those tricks. Well, getting a cat to sleep in a box is, super easy. Random cat factoid. Cats love boxes because while they are a predator, they are a small predator. So they like to be places where they feel concealed or hidden if they're gonna hang out. And boxes are, perfect. The flooring seems familiar. Where were these filmed? I spend the rest of the evening picking through the video archives. I can feel myself sinking into the bread dough couch cushions. Oh my gosh, are the jelly donut things filmed at the cat cafe? And are we gonna get to meet the jelly donut cat, you guys? I'm pretending to be more enthusiastic about that than I am. It's so early. What is his problem? I bet he just wants another half of that wet food. The other half of that wet food. This is why I don't get it for him very often. I excavate myself from the couch and do what I can to mitigate the bedhead situation I have going on. What time is it anyway? I grab my phone to check. 7:40? Oh, hell. I'm gonna be late for my first day of work. I take the world's fastest shower, but there's no time to dry my hair. I'll have to hope a fast run in the wind resistance will do the job for me. No time to sort through my duffel. I just grab and throw on whatever looks cleanest. And then my arm glitches out. It's not like Graves said anything about a dress code, so whatever. He didn't give you really any details. Mochi trails me closely, howling more and more intensely along the way. Insistently along the way. It's like he doesn't care about my punctuality at all. No time to mix the wet food the way he likes it. I dump the scoop of the kibble into the bowl, and I'm on my way out the door. I haven't seen a cat so offended since that one watched me mess up coffee. They can both deal with it. I can't believe I'm almost late for my first day of work. My first job, even. Really? This is your first job? What a great first impression to leave. Oh my gosh. First. Thanks for hiring me, Avery the Flake. Everybody's flaky with their first job. I started on a full sprint to the cafe, but it's only about a 10-minute walk, so it looks like it might not be as bad as I thought. If I run, I can make it in less time. Good thing you remember your way, because you got lost last night. Here it is, a cat's paw. I got a good look at it when I was here yesterday, but it feels totally different when it's your workplace, you know? It's kind of nice to think about. Hey, Avery! Landry peeks his head up from the door frame and waves me in. I'm surprised how many people are standing around. Graves, Landry, Hayes are there, but there are also others I have never seen. Only a few cats right now, but they seem utterly disinterested in what we're doing. They're all piled to sleep in a cluster by the window. I felt a little embarrassed that I'm so disheveled, but I'd rather be on time with wet hair than late and looking perfect. Alright, I'm gonna quick save and restart the game just because the glitching is annoying, so hopefully it will be better when we restart. See you guys then. Good, you decided to challenge the morning sun after all. Now that the star is here, we can start the show. Still as weird as yesterday, I see. Caught another sucker boss? I don't know, I'm gonna give him an American accent for right now. Let's esteem the coworker to you, Reese. You just keep collecting these strays. Before we get too far, everybody should introduce themselves to Avery. Avery, we've already met, and you already know Graves. Did you meet Hayes yesterday? Briefly. Hello, Hayes. Hello. He looks like he's trying to slip between the cracks in the tile. Oh, he's adorable. How does a guy like this handle a job that deals with people? You'd be surprised. Hayes is a great barista. Barista? He's a great help in the kitchen, but likes to spend a lot of his time with the cats, too. Hayes flashes me a quick look. The side of his mouth upturns ever so slightly, like he's trying to smile, but he's out of practice. So obviously we have all of the pretty classic types that you get with these kind of dating things. We've got the shy boy, we've got the creepy one, we've got the sporty one by the look of that other dude's hat. I reach out to shake his hand. He's practically bracing for impact. Oh, he doesn't like to be touched. That's fine. Before I reach him, a bright light flashes in the corner of my vision. What? Is that a camera? Oh, sorry, sweetie. I thought I turned the flash off. I whip my head to the other side of the lineup. A girl at the end is aiming her phone directly at me. Sorry, don't mind me. I just want to commemorate our new employee. I'm giving her kind of a valley girl kind of thing. Not too intense. I'm Finley. I take care of social media. I like candids, so I'll try again later when you've forgotten all about it. Finley is also... Graves! I know what you're going to say. Don't ruin the surprise! Graves lets out a soft bark of a laugh. Alright, alright. You tell Avery whenever you're ready. Thank you! The two in the middle of this lineup look beyond unimpressed. One of them is smart-mouthed guy, Reese. And the other looks to be someone who I wouldn't want to mess with. Finley puts her hand on the shoulder of the tough-looking woman standing next to her. Since she is not going to introduce herself, this is Mason. She's our head chef. Our only chef, I guess. Huh. Well, nice to meet you both. Yeah. Finley reaches up and places her hand against the back of Mason's head. She pushes her hand forward, forcing Mason to nod. I'm amazed Mason is putting up with this. Wow, that's the most you've spoken all day. She likes you already, Avery. Mason makes a quick little noise that could be either a laugh or a grunt. Maybe it was both. How kind of you to save the best for last. I'm Reese, and I'm the one you'll be answering to after Graves, so you better stay on my good side. I would have sworn Landry was second in command here, so I didn't know what this kid was talking about. I didn't see him at all during the interview yesterday. I'm on cat detail today. You don't think that... But don't think that means I won't be keeping an eye on you. Oh, he's the asshole one. I see. Cat... Well, they're all... She's the asshole one, too. They're all the asshole one. Cat detail must be taking care of the cats. No, she's the enigmatic one. Obviously. I'm learning quickly. Peppy one. I don't know why the second in command would be so eager about telling me he's gonna clean litter boxes today. Maybe it's a weird status thing here. Ew. I'll be on my best behavior, I guess. Good. Okay, that should be everybody then. Avery, you'll be training with me today. I hope that's okay. That's fine with me. It looks like I am no longer needed. I have work to do. You know where to find me. Graves slinks into the back of the cafe. I think I can hear footsteps on creaky stairs. Mason and Hayes disappear after him. Avery, did you have breakfast? We're gonna have something to eat before work, if you'd like to join us. It's tradition! That sounds great. I don't know why I look so upset about the offer of breakfast. I fed my cat, but I forgot to feed myself. You didn't forget, you just had to run. Reese has already seated himself at the long booth seating along the wall. He scoots two of the tables together, and Landry pulls over another chair. Oh, it's so sweet they eat breakfast together. I wish my job was like that. Great, just relax. Mason's just finishing up breakfast. I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path. Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you. Sure, what's up? Okay, is that... Her voice drops almost conspiratorially as she leans in to whisper. Is that an IKEA shirt, isn't it? I don't know what that is. He's my favorite too! A what? IKEA? Akaya? From Blast Zone? From what? Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it. No, I really have no idea what that is. Is that like a show? Is this a shirt from something? Oh, no! Never mind. Don't worry about it. Thought it was a cool shirt. Now you've got my interest. But now you've got my interest. What's Blast Zone? I don't know if it'd be your type of game after all. Oh, it's a game. I like games. Try me. Wow. It's a story about men's passions clashing in a life or death struggle? Sounds dangerous. Oh, it is. But it's also romantic? Romantic like love blooming on the battlefield, that kind of thing? Yeah, I think you do get it. This is me when I talk about Mass Effect, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Maybe I'll lend it to you sometime. If you prove yourself worthy. I'm not really sure what that involves, but sure. Okay. She gives me a grin and a wink and takes a seat at the table next to Reese. I noticed that somebody set the table while I was talking to Finley. Mason and Hayes should be out in a minute, Avery. Come sit down. Sure. Where should I sit, though? What if there's some unspoken rules about this sort of thing and placing? I never know with new groups. Landry answers the conundrum for me by beckoning to a seat between him and Finley. Oh yeah, my 2 favorite people so far. Quietly, I take a seat. Mason emerges from the back with a large tray balanced atop each hand, as she puts on her gloves in a creepy doctor way. One tray has a giant stack of French toast, the other has some kind of egg thing. It's probably frittata. I think that's what that is. I'm not sure, but it looks amazing. Whoa! I had no idea how hungry I was until just now. She sets the trays down in front of us, then returns to the kitchen. I hope she gets back soon because I'm about to be on that egg thing like mochi on wet food. Mason returns a few minutes later, cradling 6 empty coffee cups in her arms. Hayes follows in tow, carefully balancing a carafe full of coffee. He sets the cups and carafe on the table, and we take their seats. Hayes' butt barely hits the chair before the others start to dig in. I'm a little afraid I'll lose my hand in the fray if I try to jump in now, but I'm so hungry. Landry reaches out an arm from behind the fortress of French toast slices. He lightly bats at Reese's hand as he reaches for the syrup pitcher. Save some for Avery. Geez, calm down. You're the one stealing all the food. I haven't taken any more than usual. Breakfast is important. While everybody shouts and chatters across the table, I help myself to a bit of everything. I'm not used to eating breakfast, especially one that didn't come out of a microwave, so I'm going to savor this. Wow, this is amazing. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. No, it is the right voice. Mason, what is that egg thing? Mason's eyebrow shoots up. She looks at me like I grew another nose. I was right. Frittata? Is that like a souffle? It looks like it'd be really hard to make. Just eggs and vegetables in a pan. Still, I know I wouldn't be able to make anything like that. It's really nice to have a real breakfast. What do you usually eat, Avery? Mostly cold pizza, toaster tarts, I guess, if I remember to get them. Avery and I have a lot in common, apparently, because that's pretty much what I eat. Unless my husband cooks me food, I don't eat, like, anything. Mason glares like I just knocked her plate to the floor. She stares directly at me, through me with a hard look in her eyes. You eat here now. Always. Yes, ma'am. Can I still have pizza sometimes? Not for breakfast. Ever. Can Finley and Reese be... I can hear Finley and Reese snickering. But other times are still okay, right? Mason rolls her eyes and goes back to her coffee. Reese stares up at me between bites of French toast. Avery, when we're done, we need to talk about the dress code. Oh, Reese, don't start this again. Shh, it's important. It's an important part of new employee orientation. Landry passes a positively pained look to Reese. He glances at me, but a poke to the ribs from Finley sends him staring back at his plate. Landry, you're such a mama bird sometimes. Lighten up. Avery, look at this place. We take visual presentation very seriously here. Mason gives another grunt. Hayes picks up his empty plate and cup, and Mason... empty plate... Places! I can read. Hayes places his empty plate and cup on Mason's plate and takes the stack back with the urgency of a tactical retreat. Graves and I expect a certain level of decor with the waitstaff. Is this about my outfit? I woke up a little late, so... No, this is about uniforms. Mason pushes her chair away from the table with enough force that it wobbles briefly on 2 legs. She stands and takes my plate in one fell swoop. Opening soon. Time to get ready. She picks up the now empty cast iron skillet with one hand and balances a few other plates on top. It looks heavy, but she's holding it like it's nothing. Look at those muscles. She's built. Come on. She stares me down and gestures to the back door with a head nod before she heads to the kitchen. Don't think you can run off so easily, Avery. You'll get written up if you don't have your uniform. Oh, thanks. Help Mason and Hayes in the kitchen. Ask Reese about uniforms. Fuck Reese. Let's go to the kitchen. Oh, the cool people are. Is Mason really the only chef here? That must take a lot of work. I bet she could use some help. Mostly I'm just grateful to have... She gave me an out. Whatever Reese is planning, it doesn't sound like anyone but Finley cares for it. No, thank you. I think Mason and Hayes wanted my help, though. Huh. Fine, if Mason needs the help. But you're not off the hook for this yet. Reese. Oh, come on, Landry. Don't look at me like that. Something is definitely up. Whatever it is, I'm not going to fall for it. Well, I'll be back once Mason says I'm done. I quickly retreat back into the kitchen before Reese can delay me further. Helping in the kitchen. I work in a kitchen in real life. Not too much in the kitchen itself because I'm a caterer, but I do have a lot of contact with people in the kitchen. It's really interesting. It's a high-end kitchen, so we have a head chef, you know, who went to college and everything. And it's really neat. Even though I work here now, I still feel like I'm trespassing on hallowed ground. That's because you are. If you've ever been in a professional kitchen, you know how that goes down. I've never been in a restaurant kitchen before. Heck, I'm barely in my own kitchen. This is a pretty small kitchen. It smells amazing, almost enough to make me hungry all over again. Hayes is at the sink, carefully scrubbing the iron skillet we used for breakfast. Oh, we don't have a dishwasher? Holla, I can do that. It looks like he's already got the dishes on lockdown, to be honest. Mason only spares me a glance. She's already back at work, and it looks like there's a lot left to do. She dips a long spatula into a big metal bowl and heaps a glob of frosting on top of a cake. It's mesmerizing to watch her move as she works to smooth the frosting. Can I help? Any experience? With what, baking? Don't know why I asked. She doesn't bother looking up, but it feels like she doesn't have to see the cake to decorate it. I bet she could do this in her sleep. Don't touch anything. I guess I'll go then. Seem really busy, are you sure? I can wash dishes! I bet you're really busy though, are you sure? Babysitting takes longer than doing it myself. Come on, there's gotta be something I can help with. Did you ask me to come back here? You did ask me to come back here for a reason, right? To save you from Reese. If you insist, carry those boxes out. She gestures to a pile of collapsed cardboard boxes sitting on by the kitchen door. They're all much wider than my arms can go around and about half my height. What the heck are they shipping here? Horses? Roger, out where? Out back, throw them wherever. Usually there's a dumpster or something. You can count on me. No time for insignificant details like logistics or arm strength. I'm gonna do this. I wrap my arms around the flattened boxes, but I was right. My fingertips barely touch on either side. I can't just pick them up in my hands either. They're too thick to grab from the top. Maybe if I balance the boxes on my feet like so, and then brace it with my hands like this. There! Now, how do I walk to the door like this? I guess I could just waddle. Ha! Says somebody's laughing at my pain. That's okay. I start at a rough sudden noise behind me. The cardboard slips from my hand and cascades to the floor in a floppy, boxy avalanche. Ah! The sound happens again. I turn around as though Mason is facing... And though Mason is facing away from me, I can see her shoulders shaking ever so slightly. Is she laughing? I mean, it probably does look pretty pathetic. But I didn't think she would be the type to even know how to laugh. She seems like she'd get mad at me for goofing up. He used twine. Huh? Right there on the counter. Wrap him. Oh. Yeah, whoops. There's some twine right there. With some effort, I collect the boxes again and loop the twine around them a few times. She's totally right. Now I just have to grab this string and I can drag them out. You look like you're gonna hang glide on those. And maybe if the wind picks up, I'll give it a shot. Ha. I look over and even Hayes is laughing a little. Though when I shoot him a quick smile, he hurries back to the sink and resumes scrubbing with fervor. The two are tough customers, but I bet they're not so bad once you get to know them. I like quiet people. And I'm gonna do just that. Hopefully. Anything else I can lend these muscles to today? Got plenty of muscle of my own. Yeah, you do. Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you need any help. By the way, guys, I have no idea who I'm gonna, like, pursue yet. I don't know when these videos are gonna be, like, coming out and how many I'll film at once, but if you feel the need to let me know who you would like me to pursue, drop it in the comments below. And let me know. I'm really liking pretty much everybody so far, except for that guy who was insisting that I wear a uniform, Reese. Otherwise, I pretty much like everyone, so we'll see. Hopefully my voices are suiting everyone and you can tell the difference when people are talking. I guess I should find where Landry ran off to. He's trading me today after all. I think he went upstairs. Cat's still glaring. Oh, it's a kitty! Didn't you see the kitty? I bet that's him. I head over to the foot of the staircase, but a cat has taken his station right in my path. He's sleeping belly up, stretched out nearly the whole width of the step. Buddy, that's really cute, but that's a dangerous place to sleep. He doesn't dignify me with a response. Instead, the fat orange cat shimmies in place to settle himself even more. Gently, I nudge it to see if I can get the cat to move. Somebody's gonna trip on you if you don't move. That's not gonna be fun for either of you. He opens an eye into a thin slit, then makes a murmuring noise and flicks his tail. This little tiger isn't going anywhere, is it? Are all cats here this spoiled? I guess I'll have to pick him up and move him myself. I lean over and scoop it up, but as I do so, a tiny orange and white bobtail cat whizzes past my feet. It stops on the step below the sleeping cat and raises one paw and bats the other cat squarely on the forehead. The sleeping cat wakes up and hops to its feet. It looks angry. Am I going to have to break up a cat fight? Hey, you two! I spent half my life shouting hey, you two to my cats. This is a serious situation. The bobtail flattens its ears and stares intently at the orange cat. They both perk up when they hear a voice from above. Ah! Is Hash Brown sleeping on the stairs again? The orange cat, Hash Brown's I guess, trots away. Landry works his way down the stairs and eyes the bobtail kitten. Was it really necessary to smack him? You should be nice. The bobtail turns its head away in a wide arc, almost as if it's giving an okay, whatever response. It lazily struts over to the windowsill and takes up sentry. The cat's name is Hash Browns? Yeah. Graves names all the cats here. He comes up with some interesting ones. What are some of their names? Well, at the moment there's Ramona, Sansuke, Kotik, Owl, Bramblepelt, Now, Hisa, Valentine, Marina, Ain, Junta, Jam Band, and so on. So on a cat. Holy crap! Which one was the bobtail? Oh! His face falls. Why does he look so nervous? That's why you don't... why don't you ask Reese later? Huh? Is that his cat? Did he name it or something? Is it a bad name? No, he's... Graves should have told you about... Let's get to work. It's time to open. Landry isn't having any more of this. He walks past me to the front door and without a glance, he unlocks it and flips the sign from closed to open. Ta-da! And your first day at a cat's paw has begun. And nobody's here. This is a little anticlimactic. Yeah. Mornings are usually pretty slow. It might pick up later. I mean, you open at 11, so you're clearly a lunch place. So maybe like 1. I don't know, maybe it won't. It didn't. Oh, good. At all. All day. Dude, I would be in, if there was a cafe near me that had cats for adoption, I would be in this fucking place all day long. You would not get me out. Sure, a few people came in, and Landry had me wait their tables while he supervised. It went pretty well, and I made a couple of bucks in tips, but that was it. How much am I being paid? Like, am I being paid server wages, or kitchen wages, or what? See, this is why you ask. Finley came down a couple of times to check in, and I saw Mason and Hayes every time I went into the kitchen, but I didn't see Reese at all. Reese's bobtail cat, on the other hand, was all over the place. I think I see why he'd taken a shine to this one. They're both complete hams. Not that I mind that it was slow. It meant I got to play with the cats more. There are like 10 of them here. Maybe? I can't get a solid count on them. They seem to vanish sometimes. That's cats for you. It looks like there are a lot of areas around here for them to hide. Thank you for your help today, Avery! Landry, Finley, and I just finished wiping down the tables. Mason was gone before the cafe closed, and I don't know where Hayes went. So, how do you like it? Is it always this quiet? I mean, not that I'm complaining. Not always. Tomorrow should be busier for sure. I've got plans. Oh, we should get here early then, huh? Don't say it like you aren't always early. Oh, do I have to come in earlier? Don't worry too much about it, Avery. Just show up at your regular time. Okay, thanks. I can't imagine what busy means here. What, like 6 people here at the same time? I've got a little more work to do on the blog, so you all go ahead. I'll close up if Graves doesn't get here to do it. Thank you. You can head out, Avery. Thanks. Are you leaving now? I could walk with you. I'll be a bit. You go on ahead. Oh, alright. See you tomorrow. Night! Looking pretty chill. That's a symbol for a video game? Sure. Alright, well, I'm gonna save again. I'm gonna save it a do slot, just cause. And I'm gonna pause recording here, and we'll pick back up in a few seconds, or whatever. See you guys later.